Hello, Chloe and Baby from Veggie Magnifique here, and I'm doing a what I ate in a day video today on bright line eating, and I'm currently in the south of France enjoying gorgeous autumn weather and just taking in all of the beauty around me. There's just gorgeous colours and leaves and sunshine, and I feel so lucky. And I've also been eating a lot of local food and even food from our own garden, so I'm looking forward to showing you that because it's a different kind of nourishment, spiritual nourishment, from eating food straight off the tree or straight out of the ground. So here goes. Now this is brekkie. It's a bowl of steaming oatmeal, some homemade walnut butter and some seasonal fruit and nut milk with a lovely steaming cup of tea. Brekkie is my favourite meal of the day, and I love how this keeps me full for so long. And that homemade walnut butter is delicious. So we are lucky enough to have 60 walnut trees on our land, and we've had a good crop of walnuts this year, so I've been busy cracking them and making them into nut butter, which is very simple actually. It's so good. So I'm out and about on my bike today, enjoying this lovely winter weather. Misty, cold and gorgeous, and my bright line eating's going really well, and that is thanks to all of the amazing social support that I'm getting. I've honestly never had such a dialed in way of eating. I've never been so regular and solid in my eating. It's because of Gideon Games, which is part of the Bright Lifers community. It's just a fun game between Bright Lifers who are in competition against each other to see who can string together the most amount of bright line days, and you're in a team of 10 and you get a 1 every time you have a bright line day, so you just add those all up, and at the end of, I think it's 12 weeks that the games last, you have a winning team, and we're doing well. We're up there. I've had a few zeros since the games began because I have struggled a little bit recently with my bright lines, but my team's been really good at helping me get back on track, and also transitioning onto maintenance has been really helpful for me because I'm just fuller. I don't have as many cravings because I'm so full from all of that wonderful whole food. So I'm a vegan, and so I do a whole foods plant-based version of bright line eating, which is consistent with the leader of bright line eating, Susan Pearce Thompson, who's also a vegan, and I'm really grateful to not have any sugar in my system anymore, and I just feel so different off sugar. There's two me's. There's the sugar fueled me and the whole foods fueled me. And the sugar fueled me is just a little bit mental and obsessional and neurotic and unhappy and tired and bloated and the whole foods fueled me is a meditative, confident, happy, generous, grateful, loving and present version of me. So I can't say enough about the wonder of bright line eating. And this is lunch. So we've got a red split lentil dal as the protein portion, and I've added peas in there too, and it's so yummy. I'm on maintenance lunch, so I've got a grain here, which is some whole wheat couscous. And then half of my 10 ounces of veggies is this fresh veggie salad with parsley from the garden and sweet corn and beetroot and turnip and cucumber. And then the other half of my veggie portion is this veggie soup. I can't even remember which veggies went into that, but lots of root veggies. And then I've just added a swirl of coconut milk in there to make it yummy and creamy. Very warming and hearty during this cold weather. And now it is dessert time. So running down the garden to pick my 2 ripe persimmons. Can you see them? Can you see? There they are. They are so ooey and gooey and delicious, and I am so grateful to be able to have these for my lunch. Chopped up persimmon and apple, which is also from the garden. We had a lovely crop of apples this year too. And then for my fat portion, I've got peanut butter just to change things up a little bit. I've never felt this free around food. You'd think that having to weigh your food would feel like a prison every day, but for me and for a lot of people doing bright line eating, it actually brings so much freedom. Because as soon as you put your food on that scale, there's no guessing anymore. There's no have I had enough or have I had too much. There's just a whole load of crazy that happens, for me at least, when I don't know exactly if I've had the right amount of food. I think because my hunger signals are kind of shot from many years of eating erratically. So I absolutely love my food scale and I am delighted to use it every single day. It doesn't feel like a prison to me, it feels like freedom. And if you have issues with food as well, of knowing exactly how to nourish yourself, then certainly don't knock it till you've tried it. I know it's really tempting to think, oh God, that sounds awful, but it is, for a certain psychological type, it's a super helpful tool. And I'm really grateful at this point in my Bright Line eating journey to have found this way of eating and living, because it's not just the eating, it's also daily meditation, it's social support, it's speaking with other people who really get what it is to have an issue with food. It's just being really consistent with eating the same food, the same amount of food at the same times every day, and that just provides so much structure, almost like when you were a kid and you just kind of gave over your nourishment to your parents, because you're giving over the decisions that need to be made about how to nourish yourself to the program. I've never not thought about food so much in my life since probably I was a child. And this is dinner, and I'm so sorry about the terrible lighting. It's dark outside, so what are you going to do? As you can see, it's exactly the same as what I had for lunch, except there's no grain. And I am very happy eating the same thing for lunch and dinner because my food is delicious, so don't judge me. For dessert, I have a lovely little portion of walnut butter to finish the day off. And that is it for the day. I love Bright Line eating. It has changed my life in so many profound and unexpected ways.